Uh, on a side of that question, someone's on YouTube Live. Special Callie has asked a question. I'm planning to begin investing with £50,000, but want to build this up by flipping my fund for long-term investment plans. Is flipping viable in the current marketplace? I'm going to go with first Simon to talk about that from a financing perspective, but back to Bronwen if we can finish off from your views about flipping.
Right. I mean, flipping is certainly one of the most lucrative ways that you can make money in the property market, but it definitely does require a degree of intelligence, i.e. education. No doubt about it. It was the first thing I did when I got into property in the early noughties. And when I look back now, I thought I was well educated, and I'm not so sure now. So just to give a quick rundown, in today's current marketplace, we're experiencing a little bit of a bubble in terms of we've come out from lockdown. There's been money awash within the economy, bounce back loans, etc., etc., etc. And sales are buoyant, certainly in the southwest. Leading into the southeast, going up to the Midlands, it's not uncommon to see properties going over asking price. So to get a deal that works as a flip is really quite hard to do right now. But if you can find one that's priced okay, you need to be super, super, super quick to get it back on the market. And just be aware you are taking a big risk, because the market can change, and it potentially will change quite quickly. That said, it's risky, is what I'm going to say. Ultimately, would I be doing it right now? No. If you have a pot of cash, what you got to remember is if you mistime it, you pop your cash into the deal, the market moves from you whilst you've invested your cash is now tied and locked away, and you are no longer able to take advantage of what probably will be a changing, falling market at some point. Mm-hmm. So just be really careful, I think.
So my view is you do need a good education. You do need to have some experience, learning how to buy below market value, perhaps from a motivated seller, somebody that needs to sell their property quickly, or one that is in need of a huge amount of added value. But that's a big project, especially if you're starting out. So I don't recommend flipping as such, unless you're very, very good at refurbishing quickly, as Simon said. I think it's too risky, financing it, also getting whoever's doing the refurb to do it on time and to budget when your margins are going to be quite tight. But if you want to learn more about how to find motivated sellers, more than happy to have a chat outside this meeting. I can show you how to do that.
Just to add in there, then I think another point I just thought of, if you are going to do a flip, and do bear in mind we are suggesting that is a risky thing to do right now, and you need to make sure that you can do the work within the next 4 to 6 weeks maximum. I would wholeheartedly recommend that, let's say you're selling, you're looking to refurb into, let's say, the 2-bed flat market in whatever area you're in. There are two different areas you can go for. You can either go for price or you can go for quality. Okay, the idea is to get as many offers on the table from prospective buyers to then be able to choose who is the most proceedable of the likely candidates that have got their offers on the table. And it might not be the highest offer. It's the most secure and the quickest offer. Okay, and generally that I found the way to make that work is, rather than go for price, make sure that your product looks different and has the wow factor to everyone else in that 2-bed, £250,000 market space, so that everyone who's looking for a 2-bed flat in that price bracket walks in yours and they want to offer on yours and not the other ones down the road. And if the market changes, all of the other properties that haven't been done to a certain specification, the only place they've got left to go is price, and it's a race to the bottom on price. But if you've created something that is unique, okay, whilst you will have to adjust your price slightly, you only have to adjust it ever so slightly in order to ensure that you get the deal. However, you've got to be really, really, really quick to do it in today's current market.